Hi Martin, good session today. First thing I want to point out, as you can see on the left hand side, is your club face. I think we've discussed in the past, there's a tendency if you have the club face a little bit closed. Basically what you end up doing is lining up the hosel part of the golf club and the toe part of the golf club kind of in a 90-degree angle to where the ball would want to go. And unfortunately what that will do is just point the golf club now to the left. As a result of that, as we said, when you swing the golf club through, you're now forced to try and sort of lean back or hold the face open and almost try to adjust. You can sort of see leaning back to try and sort of help it to the right. Problem is, we come in the golf ball now, actually release the club really nicely. If we look at that club face now, without putting a number on it, it's probably somewhere in the region of 45 degrees closed there, shooting that golf club off low to the left. So trying to get that club face now down first. I think at the moment it's definitely a conscious thing you can do, but you have to be aware of it as much as you can. You look here now, the golf club sits down there. That to you, certainly when you put the golf club down, would have seemed wide open here. Now if we sort of look at that golf club, just before you start twisting, is a little bit of adjustment there with the club. If we keep it there, and then look at the club, how you want the other one sort of set up, and you go back there, you can see now how those golf clubs are different, both in terms of the loft in which you got on the golf club and obviously the direction that shaft's leading. So try to make sure that club face sits down flat, and the ball position now on the shoulder line is much better when you've got them both together. And in terms of the takeaway now, as that club goes back, again, good backswing, it's now slightly that shift onto that left side. Okay, now you can see on this one here now, your club has bottomed out around about the base of the ball, somewhere around here, as you're just slightly in and back. Now, it wasn't a bad shot, okay? Probably a little bit clean, as we would say, didn't quite catch the turf. So if we can work on this scraping that we did here in the practice, trying to get the feeling of that club going out. As you can see here now, this is obviously an over-exaggeration. No one will ever want to swing a golf club with their hands in that position. However, when you try to scrape the club and keep the club as straight up and vertical as you could, you can see now just the construction of your arms, your chest, it's all kind of moving in this direction towards target. The idea being with this drill is to overcompensate the move to try and get you away from, if we look back on this impact position here now, that impact position and that movement here now as we come to impact kind of here, very, very different. One is which you're moving onto your left side, one you can see hanging back on the right. And you can see as well by your hands moving forward this way, how the club face now is going to stay nice and straight. So work on that dragging drill, as we call it. Start with the club right of your trail foot and try and scrape it through to the left side of your left foot, and actually keep the club kind of swinging towards target and fairly straight towards target. Don't try and sort of pull it round to your body too far kind of around here. So work on those couple of things. Keep that club face nice and square, and good to your foot now is feeling a lot better. So hopefully now lots of games we can get under our belt now in the next sort of few weeks if the weather stays nice, and start working on this routine that you're really getting good at now. The club face, which you are getting better at, could do with some work, okay? And then the swing movement now, sort of just shifting onto that weight as you come through the hitting area, okay? What you will find, movements and adjustments before the shot are easier to adjust because they're more static movements. The adjustments when you're swinging a golf club at the speed you are do take a little bit more practice and getting used to. But you said you played well last week, so that's good to hear. Keep up the good work. Any questions, obviously feel free to give me a shout, and I will see you hopefully in a couple of weeks. All the best, and cheers Martin.